To my channel. Today we're talking about mastering the Pilates roll up. So I get this question all the time, or I get comments from clients saying, oh, I can't come up, I can't breathe, or it hurts my neck, or I can't do this. We can all do this. So I'm going to show you the basics and you can practice on your own. All right, so here's what I'm going to use. I'm using a weight. Maybe you have a block, maybe a book, or a shoe. But if you're somebody whose feet tend to roll, we want to work on the feet staying flat. So we're going to start seated. I'm sitting on both butt cheeks equally, and I'm going to sit super, super tall. I'm pressing my hands into my shin bone, lifting my sternum, my belly is nice and tight. And if I rock back and forth, I'm sitting on my sits bones, so I can feel those two prongs. And if I rock a little bit backwards and a little bit forward, I'm sitting on my tailbone as well. So think of the sits bones and your coccyx or your tailbone as a three-prong outlet, and you want to plug it into the floor. I'm going to keep the shoulders down. I'm going to keep my belly button back toward my spine, and I'm going to tip the pubic bone up to the sky just a little bit. So I'm rolling past my sits bones, and notice my head, neck, and shoulders, this triangle is staying still. I'm going to exhale and curl forward. Good. Now, first thing you want to make sure of is as you're rolling back, if your feet start to lift or move, your feet are too far away from your body, and it's one of the reasons that I have the weight there to give me feedback, right? So I'm pressing through that big toe, inner arch, and heel. So sitting nice and tall and rolling past, and then exhale, curling forward and sit tall. So notice I'm not arching my back as I sit tall, I'm just coming back to my starting place. Notice my feet are staying flat to the floor. That's part of the work, and coming back up. So if you start to cramp into your feet or arches, it might be because you don't use them very much and your feet are always lifting and floating off the floor, and we're trying to prevent that. So I'm going to inhale as I go back. Now notice my neck and shoulder line and head. I'm not dropping my head. I'm not crunching up in my neck. My shoulders are down. And notice as I roll backwards, I'm going a little bit deeper down toward the floor each time. So I'm rolling past the sits bones, and then exhale to come all the way up and sit tall. So I always talk in pictures. I think in pictures, which sometimes has its advantages and sometimes not. So don't tell me a story that's very graphic, but I digress. You want to think of a slinky and stretching it long and glide back. So notice I'm coming all the way down toward my sacrum right now, and then exhale to curl forward. So you're going to go as far back as you can go today for you, keeping the shoulders back and down. And I'm exhaling as I come up each time, and I'm pressing my feet not only into the weight, but into the floor, and rolling down. Scooping out the belly, exhale to come back up. So I feel the abdominals work, but no strain through here. So I'm going to come all the way down, and notice I'm rolling the weight in as I do so. And now I'm going to start with some chest lift or ab curl. So I'm going to stack my hands behind the head, draw my shoulder blades down, eyes are forward. I'm going to peel up this way as I exhale. So I worked the lower half, and now I'm just peeling up and rolling back down again. So my whole goal, the muscles surrounding the spine, I want to feel them like train tracks as I curl forward, scooping out that belly. Notice I have enough space in my chin for my fist, and my eyes are down and forward. I'm just going to do one more here. And on the next one, I'm going to extend these legs out. I'm going to bring my arms to 12 o'clock. So the first thing I'm going to do is arch my back and stretch my abdominals. And then I'm going to bring my arms to 12 o'clock. I'm going to tuck the chin just a little bit, squeezing into the weight and pressing my heels into the floor. I'm going to exhale and curl up. Now, by having the weight here, it's going to help anchor my legs down a little bit and roll back. And notice on my way down, I'm not arching my back again. Okay. So as I curl up, I exhale, press the feet into the floor as hard as I can and squeeze my feet toward that weight or block or shoe or book, whatever you have access to. And the more I press my legs into the floor and exhale through the mouth, the more I can come up. And I know a lot of cases, people's legs flopped up and down and their bodies wiggle. Remember, we're not doing the inchworm across the dance floor, we're just doing the roll up from Pilates. So the more I hug into the floor, the more I dig the heels in, it might be helpful to access that whole posterior chain, getting out of the hips, and exhale, using fluidity but not momentum to curl all the way up and then stretching all the way over. So remember, the easiest way to do this is to warm up your body first. Make sure your spine has been warmed up a little bit. Make sure your hamstrings are a little bit looser, and all of that rolling backwards will definitely help you come forward. So that's your basic roll up. Hopefully you'll master this in no time, and let me know if you have questions. Peace.